Hello, designer friend. I hope you're having a great start to your year. It's a very exciting time to be a Spoonflower designer because they have just released their digital proofing tool, which is very exciting, especially if you are an international seller. No more waiting for proofs to arrive in the mail before marking them for sale, and also no more outlaying money to proof your designs on swatches or filler yards or anything like that. You can now mark them for sale the same day that you upload them, which is very, very exciting. Now, the tool isn't going to help you confirm how your colors print. So it's really important that you still perhaps order some designs that you're not sure about the colors, still order those printed. Or what I've done is I created a color palette template. I tend to use the same sort of colors a lot. I should go grab that. I'll be back. Okay, so this is what I have created, and I have I've made the palette, the template free so that you can download it and you can input your own colors. So I tend to use the same sorts of colors over and over, and this is what I use when I am designing and picking colors. Now, I had it printed on, this one is the organic cotton knit because a lot of my clients use organic cotton knit, but also I had it printed on the Petal Signature cotton as well because that is Spoonflower's best-selling product. Anyway, let's get into having a quick look at the digital proofing tool and the couple of things that I have noticed. So I've uploaded a few designs that we can take a look at how they look in the digital proofing tool. So I'm just opening those. Now let's start with this one. Now this is a design that I created in Photoshop. It's got lots of texture in it. I know that the fan palms repeat perfectly in this, but I know that there is an issue with one of the texture layers. So we'll scroll down. This is where you'll find the proofing tool down here, Proof Design. Click on that. And that is going to open it up just in your browser. And Spoonflower just guides you through the process. It's really easy to use. They've got these little prompts so you know exactly what you're doing. But they're basically telling you here, your tile is outlined in pink. And when you click start, you're going to be zoomed right in over here into the left top hand corner. And I mean really zoomed in. So we'll click start. And there we go. And you've probably already seen what the issue is with this design. Now, this is one that didn't get picked up in proofing or anything like that. Spoonflower actually found this issue when they were printing and notified me. So, you know, we're human. It does happen. I thought I had checked it, but even in my software, I hadn't zoomed in enough. So this is really great. Okay, and then it's saying, click and drag around to investigate all the edges of your design. Show and hide the pink outline, so you can turn that on and off, and I suggest you do that for every single design that you are proofing, and you'll see why, especially in one of the designs that I show you. And then you can scroll to zoom in and out a lot quicker. And then you can click this check mark so that you don't get shown these prompts over and over again. But if you do want to read them again, I'll show you how to do that. So, okay, ready? And you can see here, this design has the almost dreaded white pixel line. So it's not really the dreaded white pixel line. It's an issue with one of my layers that has the texture on it. So the fan palms, the line drawn fan palms, they're all fine, but it's this one of my layers. And the first thing that I tend to do is I zoom right out and I have a look overall. Now you've got this menu down here, which you can fly in or fly out. And this icon here just takes you to full screen. Hit escape to get out of that. This one will bring back those prompts. This one here turns the pink bounding box on and off, and you'll want to do that, and I'll show you in a moment. And these ones here allow you to zoom in, magnify in, and zoom out. But you can also double click and use your trackpad and use your scroll to do it quicker, and click and drag to move around. If I were to just zoom out and just turn the bounding box on and off, that looks fine. It's not until you are zoomed in. And I would say this is why Spoonflower immediately zooms you into a top left-hand corner where you see, you know, 4 joins of your pattern repeat. Okay, so it's no good. We're going to click on I see an issue, and that tells us to close proofing, go and correct your file in your preferred design application, re-upload your file, and then come back and reproof it again. So leave and make corrections, yes. So we can't make that one for sale because we've told Spoonflower, no, it's no good. All right, let's go and have a look at these daisies. Now this is quite a simple pattern. Clicking proof design, click start, takes us right over to that left-hand top corner. Now there's nothing in it, so it's fine. And when I zoom all the way out, that looks totally fine like that. You know, when I have a quick look all over, looks totally fine. Can't really see anything wrong with it. But when I turn the bounding box off, it does become more apparent that there is a bit of leaf missing here. So you can see that I have not repeated that correctly from left to right. So if I had have left that bounding box on though, I would have missed it. So it is really important to turn the bounding box off and on and really have a look around all four edges. All right, so again, I see an issue. Okay, now, one of the things I've noticed is particularly with diagonal lines. Now this is just the design layout page, and if you've ever created a diagonal line design, you may have gone mad as I did when I first uploaded these. I don't know how many revisions I did of these, but I honestly thought I was going nuts. Because you can see the tile here, square tile, it is all jagged around my diagonal line design. And there's nothing you can do about that. That is actually, it repeats absolutely perfectly in my design software. So if any of your designs, if they look misaligned on the design layout page, there is a 1 to 2 pixel tolerance on this page. So don't stress out if you have confirmed that in your design software, it definitely repeats correctly. If it repeats correctly in your design software, it will print correctly at Spoonflower. So don't worry about it. All right, we're going to scroll down and have a look at it in the tool to see if it still happens. Okay, and scrolling out, it is still noticeable. I'm going to turn off the bounding box. See here? You can still notice it in the tool, but when I zoom right in, it is totally fine. Now it looks pixelated, but that's because it is pixelated. We're uploading flat file images to Spoonflower, you know, JPEGs and PNGs. They are not vector files. So even though this is a vector design, it's still going to look a little pixelated when you are zoomed right in. That's no problem, that is fine. All right, so this I know actually prints correctly because I have confirmed it many times in my design software and I've had customers buy it heaps and heaps of times. So it is totally fine. I'm going to click looks good. So when we click looks good, it takes a moment. When we scroll down, you can now see that you can mark your design for sale. We've got the 2 checkboxes here. There is no checkbox about making your design public, but we can mark it for sale on fabric and or wallpaper as per usual. Now that will be in my shop. And then I thought I'll take a look at the thick lines as well. And you can notice it in the design layout page, and you will notice it again in the proofing tool. Not as noticeable as the thin lines in my opinion. Now this issue was actually brought to my attention by one of my Power Sellers Academy members. Now she had a drawing of a rabbit or something, and it was a line drawing and it looked misaligned because one of those lines was on an angle. But she checked her design software and it was fine, so it would print fine at Spoonflower. Now I'm going to hit looks good again. I'm impatient, I keep hitting it. All right, now I can mark that one for sale as well. All right, what was the other thing that I wanted to show you? I wanted to show you that, so earlier today, I was in my shop and then there was a design that I actually didn't want to be for sale anymore, and I didn't want it to be public either. So I went into my design and I clicked edit design, and I thought, right, I will uncheck the buttons, uncheck the boxes. No, I don't want it for sale on fabric or wallpaper. Perfect. Now it's going to be out of my shop. Let's just open up my shop. Yep, it's no longer in my shop. I thought, great. And then for some reason I thought, I'm just going to go and check these designs not for sale anymore, because I'd noticed that the I want to make my design public checkbox was no longer there anymore. So I thought I'll go and have a look and see if I have any public designs. Oh, and look, the design that I didn't want anyone to see is no longer for sale, but it's still in my public designs because that checkbox is now missing that used to be there, along with the, do you want to sell it on fabric and wallpaper? So there's one extra step. If you make something not for sale anymore, but you also want to make it private again, you don't want anyone to see it, you actually need to use this menu over here, Actions. Now, if you've never seen this menu, you're not alone. I've taught a lesson and I've pointed out this menu, and I had so many members say, I'd never noticed that menu before. And I used to be one of those people. Sometimes there's just so much going on your screen, you don't notice everything. But over on this Actions menu, click Make Private, and then that will make your design private. So we'll click and we'll reload, and now it's gone. So there's just an extra step in a slightly different spot. I might email Spoonflower and say, hey, do you know that this is happening? They might have done that on purpose because they might have other things planned. I don't know, but I might just notify them to let them know, hey, can we maybe have that private box back? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I noticed. Let me know how you've been finding the tool. I'm very keen to hear your experiences, and if you've noticed anything that we might need to keep an eye on as well. I'm Erin Kendall, and thank you for watching. I hope this has helped you understand a bit more about the new digital proofing tool and some of the things that you might need to keep an eye on. If you would like to know any more about me or my Power Sellers Academy membership, or I also have a Spoonflower Tips newsletter, which I'm going to be sending many more emails to this year. You can sign up and find all my links below in the description. Thanks again for watching. See ya.